right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
It's Thursday, July 11th, and the Yankees were trying to do the unthinkable, win a series. Nestor Cortes Jr. was on the mound and hoping to get a little bit of offensive support for a change. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium,
New York City.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back, kid.
Welcome back, everybody. Jay Apollo says it best. He says, I am so sick of this damn losing. Me too. Me too, buddy. Another brutal loss for the Yankees. A ton of missed opportunities. Guys left on base all night. Another poor pitching performance from Nestor Cortes. More bad umpiring. And worst of all, yet another series loss. And as this team heads into the most important series of the season thus far against Baltimore, they're not showing signs of being the type of team that can go into enemy territory and win a big series. It is unfathomable how quickly this team has fallen. I know a lot of you like it when I rant, but we're past the point of ranting. I am begging this team to get its act together before this becomes yet another collapse on the watches of manager Aaron Boone and general manager Brian Cashman, who have got to be ashamed watching this team. I always begin these podcasts with, kind of an instant reaction to what we just watched, while the thoughts and emotions are fresh in my mind. And tonight, I got a lot of mixed emotions. My first reaction is worry. I'm worried about Juan Soto. I'm worried about the Yankees too, but specifically Juan Soto seems to be in a lot of pain with that hand. Whenever he swings and misses, he grimaces, he recoils. We mentioned last night that Soto was perhaps beginning to heat up. 2 hits in the win. Another very good night tonight. Home run number 22, multi-hit game. But he also had some very painful swings and misses. More painful than we've seen. Which means perhaps the pain is becoming more acute, which could mean the condition, whatever's causing the pain just doesn't come from nowhere. It's getting worse. Am I out of line for thinking that Soto should sit out the All-Star game and rest his hand? Take the whole week off. It's not worth it to take an at-bat in a meaningless game and all the BP swings and all that goes with it. 5 days rest. That's what Dr. Levandowski is prescribing. My second reaction is frustration, because this was a very winnable game. This was a very, very winnable game. Yankees had, I believe, 10 men left on base. They went 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. The only hit was from Ben Rice in the 9th inning. We'll talk about Nestor in a second. He was dog piss again, but too many Yankees are being left on base. Nobody's getting the big hit with runners in scoring position. Rice is basically our best run producer right now, and he's been in the league 15 minutes. Unbelievable. Umpires were terrible again. Umpires just continue to be unbelievably bad. What is the qualification to be an umpire in Major League Baseball? Do you just have to have a body? Do you have to be alive with a pulse? Is that it? Also, last complaint. I want Volpe to wear a smaller helmet. I know that's a stupid complaint. It was fun when it was falling off on doubles and triples every other day, but I'm tired of seeing it wobble down the first baseline after he grounds out to shortstop. Talk about Nestor Cortes, who was crap. For whatever reason, Nestor is just not good when it comes to pitching on the road. Tonight, he was, for all intents and purposes, throwing batting practice to the Rays. Saber is on vacation. He says he stayed up till almost 4 to watch that game. Yikes. I can't imagine that. I'm going to stay up kind of late tonight because I want to listen to that new Eminem album. But, Nestor hasn't been bad at home. He hasn't been half bad at home. But on the road, he just can't get anybody out. And through this tough stretch that the Yankees have been on, it's been almost a complete inverse of the way the team was playing when they were hot. Remember that streak of games? Probably 3 or 4 times through the rotation, it seemed like every single night we were getting 6 innings and 2 runs or less from the rotation, from the starting pitchers. And now, every night we're getting awful pitching. Awful pitching. We're not getting the timely hits we were getting. You know, we were getting so many of those big bases clearing doubles, whether it was Verdugo, whether it was Oswaldo, whether it was Soto. And they're just not doing it anymore. It just stopped. Somebody turned off the faucet. The hitting has not been clutch. I know that, everybody loves Aaron Judge. I love Aaron Judge. Best player I've ever seen. But, man, he slumps at the worst times. He really does. Another very, very tough night for the Yankees offense. Judge now 4 for his last 31, second prolonged slump of the season. You hope he breaks out of it against the Orioles because he always hits pretty well in Baltimore, but he didn't do well last time the Yankees were in Baltimore. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't pitch to him. Let's talk a little bit about the standings here because, as Yogi would say, it's getting late early. And we're now 95 games into the season, and the Yankees' playoff aspirations are very much in jeopardy if they don't right the ship very quickly. Orioles lost to the Cubs tonight, but the Red Sox beat up on the Athletics. They're just 3.5 games back, just 2 back in the loss column from the Yankees. Rays still a ways back. But the Guardians playing great baseball, the Twins playing great baseball, the Royals are on the rise, the Rangers are heating up. I mean, there's a lot of competition in the American League right now. Go out west, and the Mariners and the Astros both playing good baseball. But this wild card race is going to tighten up, folks. And if the Yankees don't get it going soon, they're going to find themselves on the outside looking in. Very, very soon. They have got to get it going. I wanted to give a quick update here on Agustin Ramirez. Yankees might be looking for bats. He's one of the prospects that I've been following closely right now. He's got 20 home runs in the minor leagues already. And he got off to a really bad start at AAA. He got moved up from AA to AAA on June 19th. I went through the box scores. He went 1 for 24 to begin his AAA stint. Since then, he is 10 for 35, which is .287 with 4 home runs. So it appears to me like he's getting comfortable against AAA pitching. If the Yankees are considering DHing J.D. Davis at any point against the Orioles, I urge them, as an influencer, to reconsider. I'd be much more comfortable going with Agustin Ramirez instead. Inject a little bit more youth, a little bit more life. We saw what Ben Rice has done. Sometimes, even if a guy's not a great hitter, right? Even if you don't think he's ready, it can take the league a trip around the league to figure him out. So maybe you get a hot streak out of him. I would love for the Yankees to call him up this weekend. If I was sitting in the GM chair, if I'm controlling MLB The Show and I have the exact same scenario as I have right now, I say, you know what? I'm going to give one of the kids a shot. Call it up this weekend. That's what I would do. Let's go through the recap here.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
Nick Carlson says the New York Jerk-Offs will be lucky to win 1 against Baltimore. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Incredibly disappointing first inning tonight at a time when you're trying to build momentum. After a good win, Yankees wasted 2 runners right away in scoring position. Verdugo singled, and then Soto doubled to begin the first inning. So 4 pitches into the game, you got Baz on the ropes. They had runners on second and third with nobody out, and they didn't score. And right there is a microcosm of what this season has been. Actually, the bottom half made it even more of a microcosm. The Rays capitalized when the Yankees didn't. Yandy Diaz banged one off the catwalk for a double. Why am I even saying the words banged one off the catwalk? Actually, it might have missed I don't know, but it's He got a double out of it. They had to review it. I don't know. They didn't show a replay of whether it hit the roof or whatever, but still, stadium sucks. And then 2-run home run. First inning basically told the story of the Yankees last month. An absolute joke. Top 2, Austin Wells got things going for the Yankees at least with his 5th home run of the season. Nice piece of hitting. Do a mustache ride.
What's the mustache ride?
Wrapped it around the right field foul pole. Wells had a multi-hit game. He's beginning to heat up a little bit. He got pinch hit for by Jose Trevino late in the game. William Flores says 5 balls and 1 strike, and the only strike he gets to try and send the ball to the moon. Yikes. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Maybe Judge? I don't know. Bottom 2. Sorry. Bottom 2, Nestor pitched around a double. I didn't catch a lot of that inning because we had a lizard in the house, and cats kind of mutilated it, and I had to clean up the crime scene and dispose of the body parts. Unfortunately, my cat Dexter, his dark passenger, got to him. Top 3, Juan Soto tied it up. And you're thinking maybe the worm has turned. The one who knocks. Great opposite field power, 425 feet. 22nd home run of the season. The Yankees almost had 2 more home runs in the inning. Judge hit one to the warning track, and Rice hit one to the warning track in center. Bottom 3, Tampa Bay was all over Nestor Cortes. 3 runs on the board to reclaim the lead at 5-2. You figured at that point, the way the Yankees' offense has been, they're not going to catch up, and they didn't. He was just really bad. He was not impressing anybody tonight, Nestor. He was just he was throwing batting practice for all intents and purposes. Top 5, Yankees got one back on a sac fly from Ben Rice. He continues to have good at-bats, at least. He was 1 for 3. Couple of ribbies. But, the Yankees, they had the bases loaded with 1 out. And you feel like they should just get more. It's situations like that where they just haven't been getting the bases clearing double anymore like they were early in the season. A sac fly is good. Not crapping on Ben Rice. He did his job. Gleyber Torres followed up with a soft fly out to right field. Would it kill them to rip one in the gap one time or down the line with the bases loaded instead of going for the grand slam? It just feels like this team very rarely gets that big game-breaking hit unless they're already up big in the game. Nestor was done after 4 1/3 innings. He left the bases loaded. Oops, not impressive. I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit tough night at the office. Not impressive, not nice, awful, dog shit. That is user error. That's my big fat fingers. What is this? It's on some kind of a loop. Not nice at all. We're doing the very nice, not nice at all. It's just my sausage fingers. Tough night at the office for Nestor Cortes. Tonkin came in. He got a big double play to get out of the jam and keep the Rays from possibly blowing the game open. He also struck out the side in the 6th inning. He was going to be my belt winner if the Yankees managed to win this game. Very good night for Michael Tonkin. Matt Blake got ejected in the 8th after more terrible calls by the umpire. Trevino should have walked. Instead, he struck out. Beast Mode says, why Boone took Wells out for Trevino? Wells is hot. It was the lefty-righty thing, and Trevino does have a lot of big hits, including at this ballpark earlier in the season. I didn't hate that move. I know Wells has been swinging the bat pretty good, but hey, I just didn't hate it there. I felt like Trevino might be the better option there myself. Top 9, Oswaldo walked to lead off the inning. Soto walked with 1 out to set things up for Judge. Judge popped out, 4 for his last 31 now. Rice ripped a base hit to make it 5-4, but then Gleyber Torres blooped one to center field. Ray's second baseman made an awesome play, dropped the ball while he was celebrating. Yankees challenged. It did not go their way, and neither did the game, and they lose again.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. You ain't first.
A lot of people
last.
taking issue with Trevino going in for Wells there. That was just a manager playing the... I'm not defending Boone. That's a lot of managers I think would have played the percentages there. Wells has not swung the bat well against lefties. And his second hit was kind of an awkward, like, duck snort. So it wasn't like, if he had roped it, maybe, you say, oh, he's hot right now. He did hit the home run. But, I just felt like Trevino in a spot right there, I would have probably done the same thing. You want to play the percentages, try and get the base hit, get the run in. But did not work out in this instance. So, look, Val on NY with a positive note says the pen was great, especially in some tough spots. Absolutely, the pen was good. Michael Tonkin was good. Cousins continues to do well. He pitched 1 inning. He got 3 strikeouts. Let's go ahead and share the box score here. Close out the other stuff here. So we got Verdugo 1 for 5. He's down to 241 with the average. Soto 2 for 3. Judge 0 for 4. Rice 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Torres 1 for 5. Wells 2 for 3. Trevino, the pinch hit, strikeout. Volpe 0 for 3. He's down to 247. Grisham 0 for 4. And Cabrera 1 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. You look at the batting averages and you wonder how this team would ever score runs. 241, 297, 304 from our big guys. Then all downhill. 254, 224, 219, 238, 247, 170, and 238. That's not winning baseball, ladies and gentlemen. And aside from Nestor Cortez, we threw the ball well. Even Ferguson worked a scoreless inning. Him and his 5.28 ERA. So, Mark Anthony Gomez says at least Rookie Rice has Rookie Rice has ice in his veins. Ice, baby, I guess. Alex says we want Gallo. Oh my goodness. Look, it's deflating when the offense isn't scoring. The offense has been miserable for a while now. That's the toughest part about this whole thing. And it seems like the last couple of years, the offense, which has been so good historically for the Yankees for so many years, just hasn't been able to get it going. I get that the league in general, offense is down. Pitching is great these days. But the Yankees traditionally have not been good at hitting breaking balls. They're still not good at hitting breaking balls. They hunt fastballs, and not many pitchers throw them, fastballs anymore. Everybody's getting the slider down and away, and they're chasing, Or maybe they'll get a fastball and they'll take it. Or they'll foul it off. Judge missed some good pitches to hit tonight. Gleyber Torres missed some good pitches to hit tonight. Torres was 1 for 5. He's hitting 224, 637 OPS. So he had begun to heat up and now possibly slowing back down. I don't know what the answer is. Different players, different GM, different manager. I mean, they got a lot of problems. I was on Foul Territory a couple days ago. Everything goes this season. Everything's scrambled. I think it was last Thursday, maybe last Wednesday, something like that. And I talked about the Yankees' problems. They have a lot of them. And don't think it's going to be solved by Giancarlo coming back, because he's going to strike out 80% of the time for the first 3 weeks, because that's what he always does when he comes back from an injury. This team is hurting, and they need an influx of talent from outside ASAP. I think you get Agustin Ramirez up. I think you make a move. Maybe it's a third baseman. Maybe it's an outfielder. Bellinger's out now. He's got a broken finger. So he's not an option. It's tough. Chris Heffernan says half this offense needs to be replaced with 4 exclamation points. Demetrius Bakanokos says Volpe looks bad. Simple message, but not wrong. He has looked bad for a while. Mike Mustaine says play like you got a pair. Are we sure they do have a pair? Last, I'm not even going to try that. Last Lacan Cas, I don't know. I can't even pronounce these names. Would you guys start naming yourselves like Joe and Adam and Sarah and, make it easier for me to see on this screen? He says Rays started 4 players with a sub 206 batting average and still outscored the Yankees. Wow.
Really?
It's tough. Ricardo Flores says, sounds like Derek is going soft on us tonight. How am I going soft? I'm deflated. What do you want me to swear and rant every night? I don't have that kind of energy tonight. I'm disappointed. This is a heartbreaking loss. I'm more deflated than anything. And I'm not trying to, like, I don't want to bash people constantly. I call people out, like, you know, Judge not hitting. Judge is not hitting. He's not hitting in the clutch. Volpe's not hitting right now. The manager sucks. Nestor Cortez sucks. Carlos Rodon should be traded. What else do you want me to say? How hard do I have to get? Do I have to literally go kick Gleyber Torres in the nuts? Like, what do you want me to do? I don't get how I can be any, like, what is soft? Do I have to literally write a fuck you letter to every member of the team? I'm calling it as I see it. Jim Sherlock says, what do you think the record is going to be for 2024? It's hard to say. Right now, it doesn't look very good. Right now, the way they've played over the last few weeks, if they continue that, they're going to be under 500. I'm hoping they can win 90-plus games, but it's going to take 90-plus to win the wild card. I think right now, 85 seems realistic. 85 wins. F. Saminsky says he needs a damn break. Me too, man. Me too. All-Star break coming up. Alex says, please kick Gleyber in the nuts. Yeah, we're not going to do that. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know how we can jumpstart this offense. Kicking someone in the nuts probably won't do it, but. You know, I think we just need a big comeback win maybe or something. You know, we need a big 3-run home run from Gleyber Torres, or we need another rookie to come up and inject some life and get it going. Right now, it's not looking good. Reminder to sign up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow us on all the audio platforms. By the way, go give us a review on all the audio platforms. NYY Recaps. Go ahead and click 5 stars. Write a nice review. It helps us out. You know, we're here every night. We want to grow the channel. Tonight, I'm sorry if it wasn't my best night. I'm deflated. I'm deflated by the loss. And I'm sure a lot of you are too. And I feel like a lot of people say that I'm a voice. I know I'm not the only voice. I'm one of many. I'm one of many great voices that we have here as podcasters for the Yankees. I'm sure a lot of them and a lot of you feel the same way I do, which is that it's exasperating. It's exasperating to watch this team. It's exhausting. D's channel says, damn, Derek is a savage. He wants to kick Torres in the ball sack when he has a groin issue. I'm not saying I want to. I'm saying, is that what's necessary to say I'm not soft? This guy said I'm being soft tonight. I mean, I criticized half the damn team. Every night I criticize half the damn team. Can't please everybody. Beast Mode says, by the way, next series will be a sweep against the O's. You're saying that we're going to sweep or we're going to get swept? Because I think we're going to get swept, quite frankly. I think we're going to just backpedal into the break, and then we're going to have to sit on it and soak in our misery for a week. That's what I'm expecting. Anyway, Dante wants to bring up Spencer and Ramirez, even if you have them as bench players. I don't think they want to bench those guys. I think you want to get those guys at bats. But be interesting to see if the Yankees make some moves. I wouldn't be opposed to trading Verdugo at this point and bringing up Spencer Jones if they think he's ready. Augustine Ramirez as a DH sounds nice. I don't know. Let's wrap it up. We've gone a little longer than usual. Look, ultimately this is up to the manager. You know, one of the jobs of the manager is to find a way to get your team out of a funk when they're playing bad. I don't know what the option is. Like, I don't know what they have behind the scenes that they can go with, but you got to inject something else into this roster because right now it's not getting it done. Aaron Boone needs to take this thing by the reins and get it back on track. And we need the other Aaron Judge, to get a couple of big hits against Baltimore. He needs to go off. We can't afford a slump right now. Going to try and do a live voicemail show tomorrow at 10 a.m., so call in with your voicemails. And we'll play the best ones, and we'll talk about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next time. Hey, everybody, we are on a mission for 50,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the season. When we get there, we're going to give away some cool prizes. We're going to give away an official Yankees pinstripe jersey of your choice. 4 tickets to a Yankees game, plus some NYY Recaps merch. It takes 1 click and it's free. So if you watch every video, double check that you are subscribed. If you love the podcast, subscribe. Heck, even if you hate the podcast, hate me, hate the Yankees, hate my cat, who cares? Subscribe anyway so somebody can win these prizes. And we'll see you next time.
Ball game over.